Hello lovelies and welcome to a new video. So as I said in my last video, I was at the Flutterby Designs Create by the Lake retreat last week, and while I was there I did some classes, and one of those classes was with Anita. Now if you ever get the chance to do a class with Anita, you totally should. She's amazing, and I did learn something, which was well, obviously I learned something, but I'm a mixed media person. I love mixed media, but yet I still did her mixed media project life class. Now, even if you do something a lot, it's still good to, take classes and, learn something new. And she did this awesome background and turned it into a bunch of project life cards. Now, this is something I would have done in my art journal previously, but I never would have done it on some cardstock and turned it into a layout. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. So I started with some of my Flutterby colour paints. My Flutter colour paints, there we go, it's a bit of a mouthful. And I just put blobs down and then I'm just rolling it out with my brayer. Not really caring. I'm getting a little bit, not mud really, but a little bit of dark colours that I'm not too happy with. So I dry it off and I go back in with some more green just to bring that green out a bit more. And get rid of a bit of that mixed pink and green. So I just wanted to make that green, that mint, a little more prominent, just to cover up some of those areas where it mixed a bit. But in the end, I love this light. I love the background. I love how it turns out. And yeah, I also then go back through and literally just throw some white paint on it because I love those streaky lines that you can get. And you'll see what I mean. It takes a while to dry, and it's really something I should have done earlier in the day. But yeah, it's Saturday, it's busy, soccer, I didn't get around to it. So I didn't do this till tonight, which is why, my lighting's so crap. But I'm a night scrapper, is what I do. That's just when I'm most productive. So yeah, I do my best. I hit it with my heat gun, but yeah, especially those thick blobs that you get, it takes a little to dry, but I do the best to be patient. But yeah, mostly I just sit there with my heat gun. So yeah, I've cut all that out because you don't need to see me dry this for a while. And then I'm going through the Everyday Etc. cards. Now this was some that I picked up from Retreat. I think this is the No Excuses set, and there was a really cool card that I wanted to use, but I can't remember what it said now, but the yellow was just, it wasn't going to work with the layout. And in the end, I go for something else. I fussy cut a lot. I love using these cards as embellishments and mostly as titles. I fussy cut them out. Anita just has some really cool sayings on her cards, and I just love using them. I don't like fussy cutting. I'm not a fussy cutter. I hate it. But for these, that yellow card there, I really wanted to use a quote on that, but the yellow just wasn't going to work. So yes, this card here has yellow on it, but because I fussy cut all those letters out, I only end up with the mint, which works really well. But yeah, like I was saying, I hate fussy cutting, but sometimes these titles are just too fabulous not to use as titles and things. So yeah, I fussy cut. So this picture was from me on the Friday. So the first full day we were there, I left early Thursday morning. It's about an 8-hour trip for me, and got there Thursday night. So Friday morning. Now I live on the Gold Coast. We complain when it gets to 16 degrees. That's our cold. So waking up on Friday morning at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, just before breakfast, going down for breakfast at 8, and in the sun it's 3 degrees. Yeah, I was a little cold. So here I am rugged up in my pajamas. Yes, I went to breakfast in my pajamas. With my jacket, my hood on, and my mittens. Now, these mittens are very red. They were sent to me from a pen pal that lived in Canada at the time. And when I posted this picture on Instagram, she actually commented on it because she couldn't believe I still had them. These were from the Winter Olympics in Vancouver, like back in 2010. So I've had them that long, and she was just blown away. But I'll tell you what, they were perfect. They were absolutely perfect for this weekend down in Gunnedah. Yeah, it was cold. And I got to one of the other ladies to take this picture of me to send to my husband because, like I said, I live on the Gold Coast and we don't like the cold. And yes, I sent this to him on the Friday morning, and he thought it was hilarious. And I just thought I'd scrap it. Now, it's not, I have lots of pictures from this weekend away, obviously, but I had this one printed and I just wanted to use it. So I thought it would be a good way to start scrapping my Create by the Lake Adventures. So yeah, that's why you get this lovely picture of me in my jammies and mittens. But like I said, it was cold. I got used to it, sort of. I spent the whole time with my jacket and socks on. Yes, I have socks and my slides, as I call them. So yeah, I'm really rocking the outfit there. So this is my title. This probably took me the longest part of the whole layout, fussy cutting this out and sticking it down. I really wanted it on, I didn't think this through very well. I wanted it on the side, and as you can see, I've matted my photo with another of the Everyday Etc. cards, and you don't really see much of my modelling paste in the background, but you see just enough of it that I think it just breaks up a bit of that colour and brings some white into it. So that's why I did that, even though you don't really end up seeing a lot of it. So now I'm going to go with my title, and this title said, I'm not here to be average, I'm here to be awesome. And yeah, I thought I'd go with this. Now, as I'm sticking it down, I did have to move the letters around a bit to get it to fit, so I've overlapped them and squished them, but in the end it works, because then I go through with my Kazar Tiny Alphas and then some of my favourite wood stamps and add and just a bit crazy. So in the end, my title is, I'm not here to be awesome, I'm not here to be average, I'm here to be awesome and just a bit crazy. And I thought that suited this picture quite well. In the end, my title it's not centered very well when I add the rest of it, but in the end, I think it works. My stamping is a little haphazard as well, but considering I'm spelling out the phrase a bit crazy, it works. It all works together in the end. So yeah, like I said, aside from the drying time, this took the longest part of my layout, just trying to get everything in the right place. But in the end, yeah, I like it. So like I do with a lot of my mixed media layouts, I don't do a lot of embellishing. And with these cards and the phrases and things that I fussy cut from Anita's collections, I find that there's no need to really embellish, because the titles generally tend to be big enough and have enough little elements in them that you don't really need to. And because I've also added the modelling paste through the stencil, it all comes together where I don't need to embellish, which is really good, because sometimes I struggle the most with embellishing my layouts. I really do, which is why I love doing mixed media backgrounds and using these Everyday Etc. cards a lot to do my titles and things, because it just fills that gap that I find sometimes when I'm trying to embellish my layouts. So there was a little bit of that yellow showing through because I didn't cut out the middle of some of my letters. I decided not to. Normally I would with a craft knife, but I decided not to because I knew I was going to go back in with my white paint pen and just colour in those bits. If I had have cut it out, you would have seen the background, but I felt that by adding the white, it sort of made the layout more noticeable, if that makes sense, the title more noticeable. So I was happy with that. And then, yeah, after I did my stamping, I went back in with another of my paint pens just to make that stand out a little bit more, because, like I said, my stamping was a little haphazard. And also stamping onto textured cardstock, you sort of get those little bumps a bit. So I don't like my handwriting, so I like to stamp, and then even if I am going to go over it with a pen, I still follow the outline of the stamp, if that makes sense, so I still sort of get the font. Then I'm just going around creating a border with my paint pen again. I'm really digging paint pens at the moment. I love Posca paint pens, and I recently got some new ones for my birthday. So they happen to be on my desk, and as you know, if it's on my desk, I'm more likely to use it. So yeah, my paint pens were out, and after I've done my border, I also go through and just add a few little doodles on the page. Again, mostly because I had the paint pen in my hand, and two, well, it couldn't hurt. I just wanted to bring a bit more black into it. Doodling is not my strong point. I'm not very good at it. It's something I would like to do more of. So I'm just adding a few little crosses and a few little circles here and there, and that's going to be it for the layout. So this page is actually for my Flutterby design team blog post that is going up at the same time as this video. So head over to the blog and check that out, and check out some of the other awesome creations that the ladies over there do. So thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed my video, and I will be back real soon with some more process videos, and no doubt you'll see more pictures from the retreat. Thanks for watching. I'll be back real soon. Bye for now.